Hello friends, I am Khan Sarwat Anjum, science teacher, Sri Saraswati Bhuvan High School, Aurangabad. Today we are going to learn first chapter of Science and Technology, second, Heredity and Evolution. Good morning friends. Today we will see paleontological evidences. It includes the study of fossils to classify organisms and study interactions with each other and their environment. A question may arise in your mind that which organism existed millions of years ago? How can we tell us this? Now this secret has been hidden in the earth. Large number of organisms get buried due to disasters like flood, earthquake, volcano, etc. Remnants and impressions of such organisms remain preserved underground. These are called fossils. Study of fossils is an important aspect for study of evolution. Carbon dating is one of the very much important method for the study of evolution. Carbon dating method based on radioactive decay of naturally occurring C14 and it is developed by Willard Libby. He has been awarded with Nobel Prize in 1960 for this innovation. The age of materials determined by this method are published in his journal Radiocarbon. Actually, carbon dating is a variety of radioactive dating which is applicable only to matter which was once living and presumed to be in equilibrium with atmosphere, taking carbon dioxide from the air for photosynthesis. Carbon consumption of animals and plants stops after death, and since then only the decaying process of C14 occurs continuously. In case of dead bodies of plants and animals, instead of remaining constant, the ratio between C14 and C12 changes continuously as C12 is non-radioactive. The time passed since the death of a plant or animal can be calculated by measuring radioactivity of C14 and ratio of C14 to C12 present in their body. This is carbon dating method. It is used in paleontology and anthropology for determining the age of human fossils and manuscripts. Once the age of fossil been determined by such technique, it becomes easy to decide the information about other organisms. It seems that vertebrates have been slowly originated from invertebrates. Evidences from connecting links. Living organisms having characters of two different groups of organisms are called connecting links. They indicate the evolution of one group of organisms from another. Connecting links. Some plants and animals show some morphological characters by which they can be related to two different groups. Hence, they are called connecting links. Example, peripatus. Characters like segmented body, thin cuticle, and parapodia-like organs are present. Similarly, these animals show tracheal respiration and open circulatory system similar to arthropods. This indicates that peripatus is connecting link between Annelida and Arthropoda. Similarly, duck-billed platypus lays eggs like reptiles but shows relationship with mammals too due to presence of mammary glands and hairs. Lungfish performs respiration with lungs irrespective of being fish. These examples indicate that mammals are evolved from reptiles and amphibians from fishes. Embryological evidences. Carefully observe the stages of embryological development of some animals given on the slides. Comparative study of embryonic developmental stages of various vertebrates given in the pictures shown that all embryos show extreme similarities during initial stages, and those similarities decreases gradually. Similarities in initial stages indicate the common origin of all these animals. Here fish, salamander, tortoise, chicken, pig, cow, rabbit and man. These mammals are selected here, and see, in first stage they are similar. We can't identify the embryo of any, but as the stages goes on and growth takes place, we can identify them. That means originally or their origin is the same. Embryology is the study and analysis of embryos. Evidences of an evolutionary common ancestor is seen in the similarity of embryos in different species. Darwin used the science of embryology to support his conclusions. Comparative embryology is the study of the similarities and differences in the embryos of different species. Similarities in the embryos are evidence of common ancestry. All vertebrates embryos, for example, have gill slit and tails. Most vertebrates except the for fish lose their gill slit by adulthood. Other non-aquatic vertebrates also exhibit gill slits, even though they never breathe through gills. These slits are found in the embryos of all vertebrates because they share as a common ancestor the fish in which these structures first evolved. Human embryos also exhibit by the fourth week of development of well defined.